Hey guys, today I am doing something a bit different and I'm going to show you my process for creating a package design. And I've had some designers actually ask to go more behind the scenes on my design process, so I wanted to do this for you. Now this is for a kitchen brand which I did for a brand identity for a couple years ago, and this client actually went on to become an 8-figure seller on Amazon. So without further ado, here is a creation of a package design condensed to under 10 minutes of my process. First step is research. So this specific project is for a citrus juice presser to squeeze an orange or other types of citrus to get the juice out. So there's so many different methods creatives and creative agencies use to create package designs, but the amount of time that you're going to spend on it really boils down to the client's budget. So package design and print is actually one of my strongest backgrounds as a designer because I used to work for a publishing agency in Hollywood. And a fun trick I learned is to actually go to a store and observe people choosing products off the shelves and sometimes even ask them, why did you choose that product over another one? So I've done some of this research already at my local Target kitchen section, and in the commerce and e-commerce world, it's so important to have packages that stand out on the shelf. So that's why big brands actually spend so much money and even sometimes more money on the packaging than on the product itself. In addition to the research I'd done in the store, I took some of the nicer kitchen brands I found and researched them deeper online for their images. Additionally, I researched citrus products because someone who wants the citrus press would have an attraction towards citrus products. So it's important to be thinking with the end user of the package and what would grab their attention. And since the brand identity was already done and established, the client had provided the general direction they wanted to go in, and I had put together a document of guiding words that I had taken from their request and my own research into the area. So that's using bright, juicy, fun, clean, minimalistic, affordable, and obviously orange. That's a big point here. So now is the inspiration step. So this is where I go to get my creative juices rolling further, no pun intended, and not to copy any design exactly, but to see what trends and elements can be pulled from to make my design work well. Have you ever heard the expression, in a sea of blue, go orange? That's why it's so important to look at the competition. Very often you'll see copycats everywhere, and this is how you make your design pop out. Be in touch with the audience, but be original. So I look on Pinterest for inspiration, and you can note here that a lot of the kitchen brands actually display the product on the packaging. I also like when product packaging shows the food that it deals with, kind of to put the consumer in that frame of mind. So I'm saving them to a Pinterest board for the project. Now we are going into the sketch phase. For the sketches, I want to keep my inspiration and the different kitchen package images I had researched just there for reference and just let my hand flow without trying to be a perfectionist. This is a huge reason that I sketch before the computer, because the computer has a way of being rigid and I always become more married to the designs rather than exploring other options, and usually those rough sketches take me way further than if I just stuck to the computer. So do as many sketches as you can until you feel excited to execute on these ideas. What I look for when I design a package is differentiation within the brand guidelines of the company, of course. Now, just like Marty Neumeier said in the book The Brand Gap, distinctiveness is the quality that causes a brand expression to stand out from competing messages. If it doesn't stand out, the game is over. Distinctiveness often requires boldness, innovation, surprise, and clarity, not to mention courage on the part of the company. So now, hitting the computer, I'm going to create a new InDesign document and import the die line, which is basically the outline of what the packaging will be if it's laid flat before it's assembled into a box. So since the printer prints on the box flat before assembling it and putting the product inside, it's really important to know where the folds are, where the front, the back, the sides, and the flaps are so that things can be positioned correctly. I'm going to execute on my favorite sketch, and for that I want to get a really juicy looking orange to have as the splash that goes on the whole box. So I like this one here. Specifically, I found that on this site. I will import it into the document and ensure it's just as my sketch or similar. Then I'm going to add the orange to put the logo on the front, and on the top of the box is where the logo is also going to go. And then the title of the product underneath the logo. They already have a font style for the brand, so I'm going to use that. And then I want to use one to complement that font to differentiate the two lines. Next is adding photos of the product itself on the front, with it coming a bit in front of the orange in that front where the title is. And then I want to add an orange contrast where the barcode will go, and this needs to go outside the die line so that when the printer cuts it out, no white shows through. It's just a clean orange cut on that side. I will add the contact info, which I'm just going to put placeholder for now. And then the sides, what we're going to do is put more photos of the product and some additional info on the product and how it is used. So next is the exciting part. I'm going to import it into a box mock-up so that we can see what it looks like there. And I think it's working well to stand out on an Amazon shelf. So the process is research, inspiration, sketch, and then design. If you jump straight to the design, your product's just not going to be as good as it could be. When I submitted this design to the client, they approved it on the first go because I had all the prior steps before I even hit the computer. So please comment below if this was helpful, or perhaps you have a different approach to creating package design, and I always love to hear from other creatives on that. And if you found any value, please like and share this with other creatives who would benefit from seeing this video. If you're interested in other videos like this one, or even tips to grow your freelance design business, do consider subscribing to my channel. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.